Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is day number 11 of the Fireborn Longevity Cleanse Challenge, and it's going well. Today has been remarkably insightful. In fact, I find myself confronted with the emotional remnants of my former eating habits, emanating directly from my gut flora. So I'm getting linked up to my gut flora, and this is a revelation of my past experiences, because I have this heightened awareness from my gut that's signaling this ongoing struggle. The familiar sources of my satisfaction, it's absent from my normal daily routine, which is featuring like oatmeal and quinoa adorned with nut butters and all my toppings. So managing these cravings and these emotional ties to these very specific foods that have become a part of my daily routine has become, for lack of a better word, a captivating meditation of sorts. And it's a profound exploration of really deep-seated attachments to the foods that I've become attached to or dependent on, and more specifically the chemicals. Embarking on this intentional break has been proven to be really invaluable. I'm cultivating mental and spiritual fortitude through this cleanse, and by abstaining from my normal and usual pleasures and patterns, nutrition has become the fundamental reason why I put food in my mouth rather than satiating these emotional ties to these foods. And somewhere along the journey for all of us, food and eating has transformed into a social pastime or a sport. How often do we indulge out of boredom or simply to pass the time? I really consider myself fortunate to have been conscious from the standpoint of dietary choices from a really early age, and I've been acutely aware that the corporations behind all these processed food substances really prioritize their profits over our well-being. And it's disheartening, but that's the reality. And so understanding this paradigm and having a paradigm shift within myself has been really beneficial. Unfortunately, many people, evidenced by the state of health in America, still succumb to really poor food choices that lead them down a path of illness and suffering, which is all really self-inflicted, like a really slow self-inflicted suicide by way of the tongue. But alas, to each their own. Some of us may, freely partake in various indulgences, trusting these corporations with our health and the health of our families and our kids. Ultimately, we'll all come to a reckoning. And the crucial question really lies in the amount of suffering that one is willing to endure, and the lifetimes spent to endure all this suffering, which is really due to willful blindness. And the glaring truth of the predicament that we're really in, it can be brought about by simply embarking on our meditation and our yoga practice. It's through our daily practice that we begin to kind of clear away the cobwebs and really shine and clean our lens so that we can see what's going on in this world clearly. And there is no question as to what we should really be feeding these temples, these bodies that we've been blessed with. So on this day number 11 of 31 of this Fireborn Longevity Cleanse Challenge, I am feeling supremely grateful that I am in a place where it's hard and it's tough doing this cleanse and weaning myself off of my normal things, but I'm really appreciative and grateful that I am doing it, and I'm going to get through it, and I know it's a direct result because of my practice. When you're going up against these, corporations that have chemists designing your foods and spraying all of these foods, like the oatmeal that I eat, it's like sprayed with glyphosate. Super toxic, super poisoning, and all of that is all over the majority of our foods. But it's like, how do we mitigate this? How do we feed our temple and our body the right foods so that we can live optimally and so that we can clean up the inside so that we can see reality clearly? Anyhow, going a little bit down the garden path. I'm going to cut it right there. I hope y'all are doing well. And this is day number 11 done. If you want to check out what I've been consuming and throughout the day, just check out the comments, and I'm listing everything with timestamps of what I've been eating and drinking all day long. I hope y'all are doing well. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.